When did you start really developing like the vision past just like spinning at Kiss? Were you always like, yo, I'm going to be a fucking boss one day? Was that always in your mind, or as time went on, you're like, okay, I'm thinking a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger?
So I have one cool story back at Kiss. The general manager of the radio station, I was 24 years old. I think it was like sort of after that Concord stunt. And she pulled me into the office and said, what do you want to do? Seriously. And I was 24. And she said, I want you to write down, this is probably the best secret, the best thing anyone could ever do in life. I want you to write down your 1 year, your 3 year, and your 5 year goals. I want you to write a letter, 3 separate pieces of paper, personal, professional, any goal you have, write it down. 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, put it in an envelope, self-addressed, give it to me, and I'll mail it to you on the 1 year anniversary, the 3 year anniversary, on the 5 year anniversary. And it was the coolest experience of my life, because when you write down a goal, it's in the universe. You now know how to go achieve it. It's in your brain. So I'm going to spook you. Ready? I was 24. My 1 years came back and they were all lined up. My 3 years came back and they were all lined up. I have no recollection of this. I get the 5 year letter in the mail. I'm 29 years old. One of the things I wrote when I was 24 was open a nightclub at Foxwoods. Own a nightclub at Foxwoods. How the hell did I write at 24 to open a nightclub at Foxwoods? Not even just open a nightclub or own a nightclub. It was own a nightclub at Foxwoods. And that was the year that it happened.
Wow. What was the 3 year?
It was the 5 year. I was 24.
What was the 3 year though?
Oh, it was like make X number of dollars, married with 1 kid, you know, do the, I don't even remember, but it was all things that I was on track. I was either meeting or on track to meet financially, family-wise, all the different things you wanted to hit. But the most wild one out of anything I could have written was own a nightclub at Foxwoods. 5 years later, get it in the mail. And then within months, we owned a nightclub at Foxwoods.
That's fire.
It's bizarre. And I wish I actually do that with some of the team now. Like, I really want everyone to write down their goals, because when you write them down, you meet them. And my son does judo, has won young. He's 14 now, but has won national judo championship a bunch of times. And he has been trained by Jimmy Pedro, who went to the Olympics 4 times, and Kayla Harrison, who won the Olympics twice. First female judo player to ever win, not only once, but twice, from America. She's now in MMA. She's fights for the Professional Fighters League. She won the PFL last year, $1 million. She'll end up being like most likely UFC and be like Ronda Rousey, one of the most famous fighters in the history of MMA. You'll see this soon. Fast forward 5 years, that'll be a fact. Her number one thing she says to all the kids that are training, a goal set is a goal met. And so I say it to my team all the time, like, seriously, if you set a goal, you're going to meet it, because it's so obvious, you know, like.
Yes and no. Like if you obsess over it, yeah. If you can tap into that. But some people say shit and they don't get it done. You know what I'm saying?
Well, try harder.
Well, dude, I got to be honest with you. I probably sent you like 19 emails. I finally got there, man. Let's fucking get it.
Yeah, you set a goal. I don't know why it was me, but you set a goal. I mean, I'm sure you've done it with hundreds of people, but.
Oh yeah, you should see the email. It's sick.
Exactly. I'm not surprised. But seriously, I don't think it's bullshit. I think if you set your personal goal, you're striving to meet it. You're spending your time trying to meet that goal. Go meet it. And if you don't meet it, well, maybe you fall short, but you tried your ass off. But that is truly the best advice anyone could ever give anyone, is set a goal, go obsess over it, go meet it, because that's what creates success.
Well, and if you were to, so what about your 5 year right now? If you were to write it down, like where would you like to take everything? Like,
it's funny because I've never done it since, and I don't do it personally anymore, and maybe I should. But world domination would probably be on the 5 year. Big night, world domination. I mean, you know, I'm joking, but in all seriousness,
you're for president, man.
No. In all seriousness, the goals right now are to develop Big Night into a worldwide, you know, global brand. I want to develop this B into everyone that sees it knows what it means in 5 years.